stuff by
Yeah,
any chance?
we do
We do
have
have
some
pictures.
pictures.
Okay, okay.
But the thing is, we had kind of heard that the water authority has been looking for a leak down through Buffalo Street, and then kind of pinpoint the back of the parking lot.
Yeah,
They came back
They did a repair. They did a repair. There was a 2-inch right here that was leaking real bad, but it was out here at this end, and they just
Well, there's
They
a few
just
more
cut it off.
holes behind there. And then, so we've had that for 13 years, and there's never been. And this is definitely a sinkhole.
So what was the reasoning for not letting you back over that now? If they fixed it, you should be able to use it.
Because the federal government wants proof that it's safe. So how do we,
You would get together with the water authority.
we did,
We did get a hold of the water authority, I talked to Marty
Marty.
about that, and they won't give us anything in writing stating that it is safe.
They don't want the liability.
Right. And
Well,
we
yeah.
understand that, we
well,
understand.
we understand that, but they came right down.
Can they
And
give
they're
me
like-
an itemized statement of the materials they dumped in there, right? I mean, they backfilled it.
They wouldn't even give us a itemized statement on what they used. We have pictures of them there doing it, but they won't give us anything in writing stating that, what material they used. The thing is, when you look at the ramp itself, the dock, you can see that there's tunneling and there's a void further up that ramp. And we don't know if they filled all that area in.
Right.
And our tenants, anything past the meter, our tenants do not have exorbitant amount of water bills
Water usage.
or water usage. We heard you guys were losing like a lot again.
26,000 gallons of
Yeah.
water a day. And like I said, we owned it for 13 years, we never had a problem.
Sure.
Now all of a sudden, there's a sinkhole.
And now we're stuck.
Yeah, I
We're-
understand that frustration.
Well, because they're
the-
on us
The
because they
post
want.
office, right, right, okay. Well, so let me get a hold of Marty tomorrow, and I reach out to him and see either way, like, you guys need a resolution, like, either it's no good or it's good. And if it's no good, how we're gonna fix it and get on it, and if it's good, we need something for the government to allow
To
it.
run the business
Post office
because
up and running,
Just
yeah,
to
They're-
call Josh and see if Josh can help.
yeah.
they're, well, Josh was the one that told us he couldn't do anything.
No, it's Claudia Tennant's office, Josh.
Oh,
Right, we just talked about
Oh,
it.
yeah, that Josh, yes.
that Josh, okay.
She's on the federal.
We'll take a different Josh.
Yeah. Well, so we'll start with Marty, we'll start at the local with the water authority again, we'll see what their concerns are, we'll try to get an answer. Marty's really good at responding, so
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll get back to all of us. And if you'd like, if you can leave your email address,
We can give you our
Yeah,
contacts.
that'd be
For
great.
sure.
yeah, that'd be great, and then let's start from there, and hopefully we'll have some sort of answer by tomorrow afternoon, okay?
Okay.
Okay, and I'm sorry you're going through that,
Yeah, cause we don't even know where to go.
right? Understandable, okay. Oh, with clerks, thank you.
Thank you.
Any other public comment at this time?
If not, I'd like to make one comment. Teresa, I'd like to thank you and the Historic Association for holding great programs and speakers and sharing the history of Marion. This continues to bring people to the museum and back to Marion. I heard from people that they had stopped at Stonehenge, Casa Mexicana, and Dutchland last Saturday when we had our program. So it's a real good draw to Marion that we're having this, so I just want you to keep up the good work the Historic Association is doing.
Moving on to our committee reports, Deputy Supervisor.
Mike, I'd like to add that Mike and I were delivering the calendars and we met Kenny Hawkins. The Hawkins family have been in Marion for many years. Kenny is happy to bring his specialized frame repair business called Honeybuilt to Marion. That's the old Carl's Auto up on Buffalo Street. He has customers from all over the Northeast and works closely with our local metal shop vendors. So this is another great business we have in Marion. Just wanted to add that.
Sounds good.
Yes, the water sewer treatment plant project is on schedule, and we have discussed the decommissioning of the sewer plant, and we'll have, through the public hearing, we'll have a resolution today.
And to add to that, there's an email that was sent out to the supervisors regarding the clawback funds, the $354,000 for, project funds that were put forth that weren't used, and now the towns are getting them back. Those should be hitting, the municipalities, we'll be able to throw that in reserve for any future, emergency issues with the new sewer lines and plants. So, that's coming. Public safety, so we have your reports in your folder. Also, I read the sheriff's report, separate from that on their website, and I have seen they have increased traffic patrol here in Marion over the course of a month or so. They wrote 37 tickets in April here in Marion alone. The court reflects some of that as well. So I'm happy to see that. I'm happy to see the deterrence factors. I'm happy to see our judges applying the tickets and assessing the fees for people who are pulled over. And I think they've had a good positive experience. New note on the sign, we'll see if.
I watched five.
It would be interesting to see if they. You're so like.
A handful of them, and there's no other concerns for judicial. Library, they're moving forward with the 414 referendum. They've created a frequently asked questions that we distributed to residents to help kind of fill in the blanks of what the and then story time on Monday and Wednesday at 10:30. On May 16th, Linda Booth and Tracy Whitney had an informative and fun display set up at the Ag Day at the elementary school. And I stopped by their booth and the kids were having a really great time. And Teresa, that was a great thing you put together for Ag Day. The library, they also collaborate with Lasagna Love, an initiative that provides free home cooked meals to families in need. They hosted a collection box at the library and turned some of the donations over to the people doing Lasagna Love. And they're partnering with Rec Soccer to host a cleat exchange. Parks and Recreation, Sarah, soccer coordinator, Gina, and Justin, baseball, softball coordinator. I reached out to them about their onboarding, and now that the email's gone out about the videos for the mandatory trainings, I think they're all set with what they need. Yeah, and I will back that up. I'd like to see us have, now that we're implementing the mandatory onboarding trainings, that we make sure they get things done. I know I had some emails going back and forth, and I know there's a form people have to submit for the one training, but the second one is just really people on their honor doing it. So I think if we're gonna ask people to complete these as they are required, that we should have a plan for making sure they get done.
Documented completion.
Yeah, so there was a previous email sent out in February to all employees to sign up for the webinar that the Association of Towns was doing for the sexual harassment and workplace violence, which came with a certificate, which most employees did. So those who did not do that are stuck with what they get, and those are the ones on that email.
Okay.
So that's why it's slightly different. So they didn't sign up and they didn't do it the first time.
Okay. The next Park and Rec Advisory Board meeting is this Wednesday night at 6 o'clock at the Town Park. The Parks and Rec Advisory Board members have met with the senior citizen group to bring them into communication, so that we're covering under the Parks and Rec Advisory Board, serving all ages across the spectrum for Marion. There's discussions on expanding some programming in the fall, more to come on that. And then in the meeting notes is the February to May 90-day review of the advisory board, and then the notes from the May meeting. Baseball's going well. Justin, Gina, and I put Holly in there because she's co-chair of the advisory board, but she's also a coach. Have a good grasp on addressing concerns in the moment as they come about for baseball and softball, and seem to be handling them appropriately. Soccer registration has started. Sarah has held some registrations at the park during baseball to make it easier for parents to be able to register their kids as they're already up there for baseball or softball. And they're doing a phenomenal job, I think, so.
And update on summer rec. So summer rec is been closed since April 30th. We did have some late entries, some trickle-ins. Our cutoff was 70. Our max, like, end of the road, no more, was 73. We're at 73. So we have multiple families returning. We have multiple counselors returning and some new ones. So, you know, it's a great mix of some veterans and some newbies to take over for the next few years. Morgan has taken over pretty much all operations of the summer rec, from the DOH to the paperwork, the safety plan, which once that was in place, it's pretty much a boilerplate. You just change dates and stuff like that. She has a really good handle on that. She's ordered the shirts. I know she's already started planning for, you know, the snacks and making some orders. And then also they have their onboarding and training day is July 1st. Is when all the counselors will be doing their paperwork, doing their trainings up at the lodge. They'll kind of be all over the place. So they're up and running. The counselors are very happy. Their interviews went well. Again, we get a lot of good feedback from parents that they appreciate the kids practicing those skills and coming in and sitting and answering the hard questions. And it's always nice to see, you know, the kids are still a little nervous, but, you know, it's a good practice to go through. So that's one of my favorite parts of the whole process, is interviewing them. But they did all really good, so I'm really proud of them. That's the summer rec update. Assessor?
Yes, grievance day was held May 29th with no grievances. Believe that. I'd like to thank Mike for answering all of our residents' questions throughout the year with no grievances. The final assessment roll will be submitted to the county on June 9th, and a copy will be in Mike's office on July 1st.
Historian?
I did not receive a report, and I was on vacation last week, so unfortunately I didn't have a chance to touch base with Jen. So hopefully this week.
Zoning and planning?
Yep, zoning board, been busy, planning board a little bit quiet, but they are going through some decisions. The county planning board has also been very active. Solar fields is a topic of discussion in Wayne County. They seem to come every month by 2 or 3 at a time. The county planning board has also rejected a couple when the variances were different and not changing the rules, which is really good. So agricultural land is big in Wayne County, so it worked good. That's all I have.
And then just the update from our last meeting about the driveway permit variances and stuff the planning board and the code enforcement officer is working on. So he's continuing, he has met with the planning board again to continue to work on that. It sounds like we're aiming more towards like a permit process without a fee. So making sure it's just something that a homeowner needs to apply so that Darren knows to check and no fee assessed. And so that's what they're working on right now, and, as we discussed last meeting, hopefully by our next board meeting at the end of June, we'll have something back on the table that we can figure out. Highway, as you know, they've been busy hanging signs, they have the Hometown Hero banners up, those look great. They're also, also now they're gonna have to work in coalition with Rosselli paving. We have a big milling and repaving project coming, weather pending, starting tomorrow morning. It should be short and sweet, they said, depending on weather. If they get good weather, they should be out of here in 3 days. With that being said, there was notices today that the clerk went around and posted that there's no on-street parking for the remainder of the project. So please, everyone, feel free to use the municipal parking lot of the school, the municipal parking lot at the museum, and also the library parking lot. Might have to get a little extra steps in, but it's better than damaging your car. They will be milling the whole width of the road, both sides, so there's gonna be no room for parking. But they're pretty confident in their task at hand, so I'm sure the highway department will be helping them along the way with that as well. That's all I have for highway. Drainage?
I don't know,
Oh, yeah.
do you?
Go ahead.
The minutes from the meeting, just need to be printed out. Those were approved, by myself and Mike this week. And as far as there was a concern that was brought up that I received an email on Dean Road, I worked with Tim and he checked that out and we've addressed that, so we're all set there.
Just on a side note on the Hometown Hero banners, the new ones for this year, they're 18, they went up today.
Yeah.
So the other ones were already up,
Yeah,
but those up
easily.
before, and the bicentennial committee banners were also hung today.
Yeah, that's good.
Is this program going next year again? People are starting to ask, is it gonna go on? Do we know?
Every year it's a new year.
Yeah, I know, because I've had people
You're
ask.
talking about Hometown Hero banners?
Hometown Hero
Yeah.
banners.
It's whenever they have the funds, the donations, and they do it.
You know,
No,
it's
you pay.
run through, yeah, the whole thing, but no, they haven't made a decision yet, so
Oh,
it's.
the Boy Scout, Eagle Scout that was doing it?
It was
Doesn't do it
a
anymore?
senior program.
Yeah.
So I work with him, but the registrations come into the town clerk's office. So,
It's fee-based.
yeah, it's been there for the last
Okay.
3 years, we've been on it.
Oh, 'cause he was just out there, just on Facebook saying that they're still going.
Yes,
Yeah.
and so he's been helping, for
Oh,
sure,
okay.
but that was his senior project,
Yeah,
6 years ago.
and he's just attached to it still.
Yeah,
Okay,
for sure.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
So what's our answer? Because I have a person that wants to get one.
So the program won't open up again until October, so if we do open up, it won't be till October, we don't wanna
Okay.
see anything until October.
Gotcha. Not a need.
Yeah.
No, it's beneficial that way too. They've done a good job, it's very efficient.
Right,
Things
because
don't get
we-
lost and shuffled.
The window.
So we open them up in October, we
They get
close them in
printed,
March,
yeah.
so that they can get done and get printed,
Good.
so. yeah.
And they're ready for spring.
Thank you.
Cemetery?
I think we're going there. I think we addressed the cemetery quite a bit today. The team's working well up there. And I said new equipment was delivered. I have not seen it, but the guys are good. I checked with them this morning. They're doing well.
Code enforcement?
Yes, again, many more permits and inspections were done last month, and Darren's report is in your packet.
I think he's there, so as we move downstairs.
I think he is getting comfortable downstairs, yes, she is. Reports, again, just highlight in case no one saw the email, that the money market report was edited and a new copy was given to you. So that's the one that's gonna be submitted for record. Any questions on that?
No?
Resolutions. Resolution number 1, accept town board meeting minutes for May 5th, 12th, 27th, 2025.
Move?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Resolution number 2, authorize Labella Associates to remove 500-gallon fuel tank.
Move,
Second?
long roll, please.
Any more discussion before we do go on now? Councilwoman Herman? Yes. Councilman Kramer?
Yes.
Councilman Longo?
Yes.
Councilwoman Tabor?
Yes.
Supervisor Johnson?
Yes. And resolution number 3, pre-claim payments of claims.
Move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Resolution number 4, payment of claims.
Move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. All right. Any additional citizen comments at this time? Any other comments or questions from the board?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay. Next meeting is Monday, June 23rd, 2025 at 6:30, same place, same time. Need a motion to adjourn?
Move, a motion to move.
Second?
Meeting adjourned. Thank you all, have a good night.